So for the ones that are in a hurry, so here is my 1-minute summary of my HubSpot review. So if you're a one-army business, so if you're doing everything yourself, I don't feel you're the right fit for the HubSpot Marketing Hub. Instead, you can find a more affordable tool that can do a better job at email marketing than HubSpot can. That's my opinion. And I share in a bit why I feel this way. But then we also have the other side. So suppose you're working in a bigger team or need to report the results of your work to your superior or your customers. Maybe you're an agency, for example. HubSpot Marketing Hub is an excellent tool you should try out, and I'll explain to you in this review video why that is. And just so you know, this is definitely not a sponsored video about HubSpot. So there are plenty of videos or articles on the web that if you search for HubSpot review, they only explain the benefits of using HubSpot and that you should use HubSpot. So this video is definitely not one of those. I'll explain all the drawbacks of HubSpot as well I experienced in using HubSpot. So make sure to keep watching if you want to understand HubSpot's Marketing Hub a bit more. So before I continue, please like the video if you enjoy this content. So if you enjoy me sharing all the research I've done. So I divided this review video into 6 chapters and you can skip around using the timestamps down below in the description. So in the first chapter of this review video, we're gonna look at HubSpot's pricing. So I'm gonna switch to their website over here. So this is these are the pricing plans of the Marketing Hub. So 3 things to begin with. HubSpot's pricing can be confusing at first glance. So furthermore, the second thing, they're relatively expensive compared to solely email marketing software tools. And the third thing, there are onboarding fees when subscribing to the professional or the enterprise plan. So the professional and enterprise plan. And we'll get to all of this later on in this review video. So if you're an absolute beginner with HubSpot's pricing structure, as I said before, it can be a little bit confusing. So HubSpot has 5 different categories. So they have the Marketing Hub category, they have the Sales Hub category, so as you can see, and they have the Service Hub category, the CMS Hub, and the Operations Hub, as you can see. And each of these 5 categories offers a starter plan. So if we switch back to the Marketing Hub over here, so you can see they have a starter plan, professional plan, and enterprise plan. So in each of these 5 categories offer a starter, professional, and enterprise plan. And that makes it a little bit more confusing because there are so many different categories and so many different plans you can subscribe to. And for example, the Marketing Hub plan offers email marketing features similar to email marketing businesses such as ActiveCampaign, MailChimp, etc. So the question you probably are asking yourself, is the HubSpot Marketing Hub expensive compared to other tools? So comparing HubSpot Marketing Hub's price with, for example, sole email marketing tools, its price is often much higher. And you might be wondering, so why does HubSpot charges such a hefty price compared to sole email marketing tools? Well, the answer is that HubSpot customers pay for ease of use. So meaning that if you need an email marketing tool, a sales tool, a CRM tool, etc., you usually need to find 3 to 5 different tools. So the next challenge is to integrate all of them. So if you find 3 to 5 different tools inside your business, you need to integrate all of them, which takes time, energy, and maybe money. So inside HubSpot, you have all these tools in one platform. So you have the marketing tools, the sales tools, the customer service tool in one platform. So if you want to create a report, for example, like a quick dashboard to showcase the results of the past month, for example, you can quickly do that inside HubSpot. That is one of its good features why businesses choose HubSpot. So for instance, normally you might want to use Excel. So you're gonna grab all the data from all the different tools and you're gonna put it in Excel. You're gonna create nice graphs and showcase that to your superior or maybe your customer. Well, in HubSpot, these tools are just basic tools inside HubSpot you can use, so you don't have to use Excel any longer to create nice dashboards, which can definitely save time. So although this is convenient to have all these tools in one platform, it can quickly become costly, so it is relatively expensive. Furthermore, note that the average customer pays around $900 per month for using HubSpot. I found that number in one of HubSpot's financial statements of the last quarter. So the answer to whether or not HubSpot is expensive is that it depends on your needs and situation. So for example, suppose you need multiple features that HubSpot offers. In that case, you either need to find individual tools that do a similar job and possibly integrate them, or choose one platform like HubSpot and accept that higher monthly price. So they offer more than just email marketing. So then the other big advantage of using HubSpot for agencies and bigger teams is its reporting features, as I mentioned before, because bigger teams and agencies often need to report monthly, if not weekly, on their marketing or sales performance. So I've worked in an internet marketing agency before for a couple of years in 2017 to 2019. And there, like for our customers back then, we created monthly reports inside Excel, for example. So HubSpot has great reporting features as basic features inside their professional plan. But then lastly, we have the onboarding fees. I also call it the hidden cost of HubSpot. So why call it hidden cost? Well, if we check their website real quick, so over here, this is the pricing page. And as you can see, the professional plan, you have the enterprise plan, and at first glance, you can't see the onboarding cost. So the only thing you see over here is the monthly price. So the only way to see the onboarding cost is if you scroll down all the way to the bottom over here, and if you select one of these two, so the professional or the enterprise plan. So let's say I select the professional plan, and then if you select the view price breakdown, then you see the onboarding fee. So one-time fee of $3,000. So I have euros, but it's $3,000 if you have it in dollars. So it's a hefty fee. And for the enterprise, you'll see it is $6,000. So it's a pretty hefty price, but you don't see it on the pricing page at first glance. And if you want to know more about what the onboarding entails, you can click the Learn More button over here, and you'll see this page. And here you can see what that onboarding is. For example, here you can see, check out this sample Marketing Hub professional onboarding plan. It is basically like some sort of a course where they help you go through all the phases of setting up your HubSpot account. So they help you setting up your goals, your landing pages, and all that stuff. But all the features you have inside the Marketing Hub, they help you learn how to use them and how to set everything up. The one way is to use the onboarding plan of HubSpot themselves. So then HubSpot will help you set up your account. But there's also another way, which is you can use one of their partners. So if you Google, for example, HubSpot partners onboarding, you get plenty of examples. So for example, maybe you're looking for a local HubSpot partner. Just make sure you Google HubSpot partners and you get plenty of results. There are thousands of partners, I think, of HubSpot. So you can use their onboarding plan. It's a little bit similar to this. So the price point is also similar to HubSpot's price. So I think if you choose one of HubSpot's partners, you get more help, so more personalized help than if you choose HubSpot's onboarding plan. But just make sure you Google it, and then you can also talk to one of HubSpot's sales employees, and they can also give you more information about potential partners nearby in your local city or country. So make sure to check that out if you're planning on purchasing the professional plan or the enterprise plan. And then lastly, one more thing about the HubSpot onboarding fees, which is it is possible to get this fee waived, but the only way to get this fee waived is if you can prove that your employees inside your business already have plenty of experience with HubSpot Marketing Hub's features. Okay, so let's continue chapter 2. Let's have a look at HubSpot's free plan. So let's first start with the pros of the free plan. So first, they have a forever free plan. They have a great library of features. So when subscribing to HubSpot's free plan, you get access to the free features of all the different plans, all the different categories. So if we go back to the website real quick, so you have the Marketing Hub, the Sales Hub, and all the different categories. So when you subscribe to the free plan, you get access to the basic features of all those different categories, which is pretty nice if you compare that to other marketing software's free plan, right? That's the advantage of using HubSpot. They have so many features. So the free plan also has plenty of features. So a great library of features, the free plan. The third, although you can't create an entire automated welcome email series, also called marketing automation, you will have one automated action for every one that enters one of your forms. So you have one automated action per opt-in form. Fourth, there are unlimited opt-in forms. So there's no limit to the number of forms you can create. So sometimes you have a marketing software tool where they limit the number of forms you can create. Inside HubSpot, there is no limit on the number of forms you can create. So furthermore, you can use all its forms. So you have pop-ups, you have embedded forms, etc. So there's no cap on the number of forms you can create, and also no cap on what kind of forms you can create. Then you can create up to 20 landing pages, which is also pretty nice. And then lastly, you have the option to add a custom domain. So this means you won't have to use HubSpot's default URL for your landing pages or a website you can create inside HubSpot. You can use your own custom domain, which is really nice. So we also added some cons over here. So there's no chat, email and phone support in the free plan. Furthermore, there's the HubSpot branding on the newsletters, which is a bit annoying. And there is a HubSpot branding on forms and landing pages as well. Then lastly, you have a monthly limit of 2,000 emails, which is not that much compared to sole email marketing tools. And then we have another one. Then there is no access to workflows as well. So workflows is the marketing automation. So I also mentioned that real quick in the number 3rd year with the that you have one automated action per opt-in form, but you cannot create a series of emails, of automated emails. So chapter 3, let's have a look at HubSpot's Marketing Hub's paid plans. So you have the, if we go back to the pricing page, so you have the starter plan, right? So you have the professional plan and you have the enterprise plan. So let's have a look at the paid plans, and also let's create a pro and cons list of that. So first you have the pros. So one of the pros is that you have a 14-day free trial for all paid plans, which is really nice. So you have plenty of time to test the plan before you subscribe to one of the paid plans. Then secondly, the big difference with HubSpot Marketing Hub is that it offers many different marketing features besides email marketing. So making it more interesting for businesses that operate in a bigger team, as mentioned before. So for instance, one of HubSpot's advantages is that it can give you an overview of your marketing performance at a glance. So you won't have to log into 5 different marketing tools, for example, and combine all the data to determine how your marketing activities perform. So they have just one dashboard where you can see all those things. So great reporting features. So then we also have some cons. So it is relatively expensive compared to other email marketing software that also offers email marketing tools. So in my opinion, HubSpot does charge a really high price. So the Marketing Hub starter plan's price alone is comparable or even higher than other email marketing tools' prices that offer better features, in my opinion. So I've reviewed lots of different email marketing tools, and the features of HubSpot is not the best inside in the email marketing space, but they do charge a really high price. So yeah. But then you have the onboarding fees as well. So there's $3,000 for the professional plan and $6,000 for the enterprise plan. If you want to subscribe to one of those plans, you are required to pay the onboarding fees. Third, the con is the monthly newsletter sending limit inside the paid plans. So it is relatively low compared to other email marketing tools. And what that sending limit is specifically, I will tell you that later on in this review when we are going to take a look at all the different plans. And then number 4, there's no access to workflows in the starter plan. So this is also pretty annoying because the starter plan already is a pretty high price if you compare that to other email marketing tools. So suppose you want to create many automated emails or workflows, as they call that inside HubSpot, or marketing automation. In that case, you need to be a professional plan user, which is way more costly than the starter plan. But then number 5, in my experience, HubSpot's Marketing Hub isn't the easiest software. It takes quite a bit of time and effort to understand how it works and how to get it all working. Maybe it is also because they have so many different features, which can be a little bit overwhelming, especially if you're a beginner. So then we also have number 6, the high-priced website themes. So if you're planning on creating a website with HubSpot, or you want to create landing pages with HubSpot and want to use their website themes, so the most popular premium website themes inside HubSpot are relatively high-priced. It's around $999. So that's one of the paid themes. It's a pretty high price in my opinion. There are around 62 free website themes though. And then number 7, there's no 24/7 chat support. From time to time, it says chat is unavailable. So that is pretty annoying, especially if you want to use the software or have any questions about the software and you can't find someone that can help you with it. And then number 8, if you do find one of their support members, HubSpot's chat support isn't highly educated in my opinion. So when you ask a question about its product features, so in one instance, I created a video of that as well. In one instant, it took more than 20 minutes or so to get an answer to a relatively simple question I asked the support team. And furthermore, their chat is a bit slow. So sometimes you need to wait 5 to 10 minutes for an answer, which is a little bit annoying if you're just waiting for that answer. So maybe it is because they're helping too many customers at a time. I don't know, but it is a little bit slow sometimes. So chapter 4, reviewing the email marketing feature, and we're going to start with the free plan. So I'm going to share the limitations you'll have when you plan to use email marketing and you are on a free plan. And after that, we're going to do the starter plan. We're going to do the professional plan and the enterprise plan. So to make sure you know everything before you subscribe to the Marketing Hub. The first thing is that you cannot remove the HubSpot logo from your newsletters. So you need to upgrade to the starter plan to remove the logo. So although it looks unprofessional to have a logo of HubSpot below every newsletter you send, so I haven't seen an email marketing tool that doesn't add its logo to the newsletters inside a free plan. So every marketing software does this. So it isn't the worst. So then secondly, you can add your custom email address like info@domain.com, for example, but you cannot connect and authenticate an email sending domain. So this is possible in the starter plan though. Third, you cannot send more than 2,000 emails per month. So this limit isn't the best compared to the sending limit of free plans of other email marketing tools. So the limit of the number of contacts you can have is 1 million. That is a lot compared to only sending 2,000 emails per month, right? But then fifth, you can create a maximum of 5 active lists and 1,000 static lists. And if you don't know what active lists are or static lists, make sure you check my tutorial. So my HubSpot tutorial, I'll link it down below in the description. There I'll cover how these lists work and what these lists are and what you can do with those lists. Then number 6, you can create a maximum of 10 custom properties. If you also don't know what these properties are, I'm going to refer back to my tutorial, because there I'm going to use one of those properties and I'm going to use that property to segment my audience. So for example, you can segment your audience with custom properties. Then number 7, you can create a maximum of 1 automated action. So I mentioned that before, right? So per opt-in form you can create 1 automated actions. For example, if you create an opt-in form for one of your freebies, so one of your free reports you're giving away in return for an email address, you can create 1 automated email, for example, that will be sent after someone subscribes to that opt-in form. Then number 8, you cannot use any HubSpot's designer email templates. So for that, you need to upgrade to the Marketing Hub starter plan. And then lastly, obviously, you also have all the limitations of the starter plan and the professional plan in the free plan. So what are the limitations of the starter plan? So if we go back to the pricing page real quick. So this is the pricing page. So now we are at the starting plan, and the price of these plans will be calculated based upon how many marketing contacts you have. And a marketing contact basically is a person you can send a marketing newsletter to. So in other email marketing tools, they call this subscribers. So for example, if you have 5,000 subscribers or marketing contacts, as they call that in HubSpot, you'll pay around 200 euros per month for using the starter plan. So what are the limitations of choosing the starter plan? So the first limitation is that you cannot send more than 5 times your marketing contact limit monthly. So your subscriber limits, basically. So for example, if you are on a starter plan with 1,000 contacts or 1,000 subscribers, you can send 5,000 marketing emails or newsletters per month. So a limit of 5x isn't that much in my opinion. So I have a list, for example, in my for my dog training website, I have a list of around 10,000 marketing contacts, or also called subscribers, with my business, and I send around 120,000 emails per month. So if you do the math, 10,000 subscribers and 120,000 emails per month. So I send 2 weekly newsletters, and I have an automated workflow for new people joining my list. So that's around 10 to 12x my subscriber number, so my contact number. The starter plan limits you to 5x. And then the second limitation is that you cannot use smart content rules. So this is an example of a smart rule over here. So for the subject line, for example, you can add a rule that says, for example, if someone is based in this country, show this subject line, or if someone has this custom property, show this subject line. So you can basically create personalized subject lines. So this is one example, but you can use these smart rules in many different ways inside your newsletters, or inside your landing pages, or inside the websites. So although this feature is pretty neat, it isn't necessary to run a successful email marketing campaign. And the third one, you can't create A/B tests. So A/B tests are fun, but you need at least 1,000 subscribers or contacts to succeed with A/B testing. So the reason is that the fewer contacts you have, the less reliable the A/B test is. And an example of an A/B test is that you test two different subject lines. So subject line A and subject line B, and you send the majority of your contact list the best performing subject line. That is basically an A/B test. Then fourth, you can't save your emails as templates. It is not the worst thing that you can't save your emails to reuse them later. So still, this feature is typically included in a paid plan of other email marketing tools though. But again, it is not mandatory to have. Then number 5, you cannot schedule your emails based on your recipient's time zone. If you have a global audience, this feature might come in handy, but it is not necessary to have to run a successful campaign. Number 6, you can create a maximum of 25 active lists and 1,000 static lists. Again, if you don't know what these are, check my video tutorial down below in the description. Then the starter plan limits you to create a maximum of 1,000 custom properties. Also, if you don't know what these are, check my tutorial, please. Then number 8, you can create a maximum of 10 automated actions. So an example is a few automated welcome emails. So note that you also can create 10 automated actions per opt-in form you can create. Then another limitation is that you cannot perform an action when a link is clicked inside an email. So for example, change a contact's property for segmentation purposes. So to do this, you need its call to action feature. So HubSpot's call to action feature, that is what it's called, which is only available in the HubSpot Marketing Hub's professional plan. And obviously you'll also have the limitations of the professional plan. So let's have a look at the professional plan limitations. So you cannot create multiple footers. That's the first limitation. Second, you can't use the email frequency safeguard feature. As you can see here on HubSpot's website, so here you can enter a maximum number of emails per recipient that you want to send them per day, for example. So this is, or per week, as you can see over here. So this might come in handy if you have multiple automations inside your HubSpot account, and you also send newsletters, for example. Maybe you don't want to oversend your newsletters, right? So if you have multiple automations, multiple newsletters, you don't want to send that many newsletters per week, maybe. And that's where the email frequency cap comes in. So you can set a cap of the number of emails you want to send out to your recipients daily, weekly, or whatever. So they also have this feature over here, so to disable the email frequency cap. So if you have a really important email that goes out, you obviously want everyone to receive that email. So you can disable that frequency cap for a specific email. So then you can create a maximum of 1,000 active lists and 1,000 static lists. You can create a maximum of 1,000 custom properties. And then here the last one, you can send up to 10x your marketing contacts number. So if you have, for example, 1,000 subscribers, you can send 10,000 monthly emails. And I said before that in my case, I have around 10,000 subscribers and I send 120,000 emails per month. So, and I send 2 weekly emails, and I also have an automation active for new subscribers. So that's what I said before. This limit is not that high. I'm not a big fan of that limit. So then lastly, we have the enterprise plan limitations of the email marketing features. So the first thing is you can send up to 20x your marketing subscriber count. And then we also have some general limitations that isn't really limited to one of his plans. So the first thing is you cannot easily tweak the content of the subscription preference page. If you receive a newsletter, sometimes you see that link at the bottom of the newsletter, change your preferences, right? So inside HubSpot, you cannot tweak that page. So to tweak that page, you need to have coding experience, which is a bit annoying. So chapter 5, let's review the forms feature, so the opt-in forms. So let's start with the free plan limitation. So if you plan to use the HubSpot's form features and you're on the free plan, these are the most important limitations you need to keep in mind. So the first thing is you cannot remove the HubSpot logo from the opt-in form. So for that, you need to have the Marketing Hub starter plan, which is too bad, making the forms feature inside the free version far less valuable, because it is just annoying if you have that logo of that HubSpot on the opt-in form. Because if people do not know HubSpot, they just don't understand why that logo is there on that opt-in form. Secondly, you can create a maximum of 1 automated email per form, which I mentioned before. So this is nice. So for example, you can use the automated email, so the marketing automation, to deliver a free ebook or report. Third, you can create unlimited number of forms. Fourth, all forms are available, such as the pop-up form, the embedded form, etc. And then obviously you also have all the limitations of the starter plan, which we'll cover right now. So the starter plan limitations. So the first thing is you cannot customize the form embed code. So here is a page on the HubSpot website, so how to customize the form embed code. So if you plan to use some custom CSS code, for example, you cannot do that inside the starter plan for the opt-in forms. So as you can see over here, these options are only available for the professional and enterprise subscriptions. And then there are two other limitations as well. So you cannot use the dependent fields and the smart fields. I feel this video is already pretty long, so I will not cover these things in this video. So if you want to understand what these are, you can just go to my website. I'll leave a link down below in the description of the Marketing Hub review, the article I published. And there I link to the HubSpot where they explain what it is. So you cannot use the dependent fields. You can use this hyperlink over here, and that it will refer you to the HubSpot page of the dependent form fields. So you have a better understanding what these are. So I'll not cover that into this video, same as the smart fields. So make sure to check this review out on our website. So what I do want to cover are the general limitations, because I feel these are important to mention over here, because I'm not a big fan of HubSpot's forms, because the reason is that they lack features I use every day. And these are the general limitations, which in my opinion are common inside other email marketing tools. So see this list below. So firstly, you cannot trigger a pop-up when someone clicks a button on your website. And what I mean by that is this. So this is my website, my dog training website. So if you click this button over here, a pop-up appears. So this is a pop-up. So it says download the free schedule. So if you click this button or this link over here, this pop-up appears where people can fill in their email address and download that free schedule, right? So you cannot create such a thing inside HubSpot. You cannot click a button that triggers a pop-up. So that is pretty annoying. And I also feel this is a pretty standard feature, right? So they should integrate that inside their platform, in my opinion. So the second thing is that you cannot redirect an already subscribed contact to the thank you page. So let's say we have that same pop-up I just showed you a year before. So if an already subscribed person fills in his or her email address and the email marketing system recognizes that email address, they should actually send that person immediately to that free checklist, right? So they don't have to go through the hassle of maybe confirming their email address again or whatever else is the next step inside this process. They immediately should see the thank you page, which is not possible inside HubSpot. And there are email marketing tools that have this option so that you can redirect an already subscribed contact to a thank you page. For example, ActiveCampaign has this option. And then third, you can't create a custom double opt-in confirmation email or page for an opt-in form. There's only one double opt-in confirmation email and page. And there are other email marketing tools that do offer this option to create a custom double opt-in confirmation email or page for an opt-in form. Fourth, letting people resubscribe to your newsletter is weird and cumbersome. So for both parties, you as a HubSpot Marketing Hub customer and the one trying to resubscribe. So I've tested this. So I was testing with my own email address. So I unsubscribed with my email address and I tried to resubscribe, and it is a true hassle. So chapter 6, let's have a look at HubSpot's landing pages. Let's review them, and let's start with the free plan limitations. So you can create up to 20 landing pages, which is a decent amount comparing to similar tools. Secondly, you cannot remove the HubSpot branding on your landing pages. So to remove its branding, you need to upgrade to the starter plan. So third, you can add your own custom domain to your landing pages and for the website you can create, which is really nice also compared to other email marketing tools that don't offer this option to add your own custom domain to your landing pages, which will look way more professional if you add that custom domain instead of using a default URL for your landing page. And then obviously you have all the limitations of the starter plan and the professional plan as well with the free plan. But again, for the landing pages, the only big drawback is that you cannot remove the branding. But other than that, it's a really nice free plan for the landing pages. So let's have a look at the landing pages for the starter plan, the limitations. So first, you don't have access to the entire landing page template library. It is not a big deal, but it can be annoying if you're looking for a specific landing page. template. Then secondly, you cannot use smart content rules. So I've explained this rule before, right? So in the for the newsletters, so you can use smart content rules here as well. So let's say if someone visits your landing page and he or she is from another country, you can use a rule that shows a different content on that landing page, for example. But again, I gladly refer you to my review article on our website, where I link to all that stuff on HubSpot's website. So if you want more information what this smart content rule really entails, you can just click this link and you see all the information for the content rules on their website. The third, you cannot create A/B tests for landing pages. And the fourth, you have the limitations of the professional plan. And then the limitation of the professional plan is that you cannot create adaptive tests for your landing pages. So if you have a look at the page of the adaptive test on HubSpot, here they explain what it is. So again, check my review article where I link to all of these pages over here. But it's basically more test features other than the A/B test. But you need to understand that although these features are nice and cool and all that stuff, it is not mandatory to have a successful email marketing campaign or a successful marketing campaign in general. You should focus on the basic first, and then if you grow your subscriber number, you can use all these other great stuff. But you need to have a decent number of visitors coming to your landing page in order to use all of these different test features. So in my opinion, these features, the email marketing features, the forms, the landing pages, are the most used and important features of the HubSpot Marketing Hub. But obviously, like any marketing tool, they offer way more features. So if you want to see a list of all its features, including my thoughts on it and what you can do with them and what is limited in the free starter and professional plan, then I would like to refer you to our website where we posted a review of the Marketing Hub for you to read. So there you can also reread what we've just discussed as well. So this is the article. I'll link it down below in the description. Here you can see the full list, and I'll link to all the different stuff of the HubSpot website. But let's quickly move on to chapter 7, which is the conclusion of this review video for HubSpot. So the basic features of email marketing are sending regular newsletters. That's one. You have secondly, you have the automations. Third, you have forms. And fourth, you have landing pages. So these are the basic features of email marketing, right? So although HubSpot offers these features, I won't call them the best in email marketing. So some email growth tactics I use daily, as I showed before, this can be done with HubSpot. So for example, that clickable pop-up form. So when offering a freebie, or redirecting already subscribed people to a thank you page when they try to download one of your freebies. These are just some practical examples that some email marketing tools do offer, such as ActiveCampaign, for example. So furthermore, secondly, I'm not a big fan of their sending limitations when sending newsletters to marketing contacts or subscribers. So for example, in the professional plan, you can only send 10x your marketing contact number, which I explained before. So which isn't that much if you send 2 or more newsletters per week. But I do need to mention that it all comes down to the strategy you follow inside your business. So maybe the email growth tactics I use daily, maybe you don't. So then lastly, HubSpot's strong suit is its wide range of features. Because its Marketing Hub features I discussed in this review video aren't the only features. So if we go back to the article I wrote, you can see this big list of all the features they have to offer. So especially when working in a bigger team, HubSpot is an excellent solution, as I explained before. So for example, if your sales team works in tool X, if your marketing team in tool Y, and your customer service team in tool Z, it is hard to keep a good overview, right? So HubSpot has excellent reporting features where you can combine all this data. So there's no need to create spreadsheets and copy paste data from the various marketing tools you use, like sales data, social media, email marketing, live chat, whatever have you. There's no need to copy paste all of these things because you can use all that data inside one dashboard of HubSpot. So when working in a bigger team, HubSpot is an excellent solution. But I also need to say that suppose you just want to try building an email list without the need for all the other marketing bells and whistles. In that case, I feel you're better off using a more straightforward email tool, maybe like MailerLite, for example, that is also way more affordable. So please let me know in the comments your thoughts on HubSpot Marketing Hub and how you plan to use HubSpot inside your business or the company you work for. Thanks for watching, and please drop a like on this video if you feel I provided any value to you. See you next time. Bye-bye.